For all of us living in the United States right now, this whole coronavirus mess looks like it's just never going to end, right? So do me a favor for a second, grab your wallet and pull out all the credit cards you have in there. All the stuff that you pay high annual fees on that help you collect miles when you fly, get you that free bag when you're checking in, help you collect hotel points, completely worthless. Instead, what you should be doing is using credit cards that give you the hard cash back and a lot of it on the type of spending you're doing right now. And the type of spending we're all doing right now is grocery spending, right? Ordering takeouts and shopping online. That's kind of the bulk of how we're spending money right now in lockdowns or just not really going out and living like we used to. So in the next few minutes, I'll tell you about the 3 best credit cards that give you the highest rewards for the groceries and online shopping. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Martin Zeman. When this whole coronavirus mess started and a lot of people started losing employment and having financial difficulties, I decided to share in these videos a lot of free advice around investing and personal finance. So if you find this sort of stuff helpful and useful, consider subscribing to the channel so you get notified of the future videos. Alright, let's talk about those credit cards. So look, right now most people deal with some kind of a loss of income. If you find yourself in a situation where you lost your job and those $600 per week unemployment checks right now are ending, you really need to consider ways to tighten the train a little bit further. And managing your credit cards is part of it, right? All those credit cards that previously offer you a lot of perks when you traveled, they're completely worthless, especially if you're paying a lot of in annual fees for those. In particular, some of those high fee credit cards like the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the Amex Platinum, which I think both of those are $550 a year for perks that really don't make any sense. And like I said, the type of spending we're doing right now is mostly for groceries and for online shopping. So you want to be using the type of credit cards that reward you for this type of stuff in hard cashback. Now, at the same time, you may also be carrying some type of balances on your credit card. So you want to think about consolidating those under a credit card that maybe offers you a year or a year and a half of a 0% APR, while also paying you back for the type of spending we're all doing in groceries. So in the next few minutes, I'll go over the 3 best credit cards that really reward you in hard cash for the type of spending we're all doing right now. The first card on the list, which gives you the absolutely highest cashback on any grocery spending, is the Blue Cash Preferred from American Express. Now they pay you 6% cashback on anything you spend at US supermarkets, up to a limit of $6,000 per year. And then it gets downgraded to 1% cashback. They also pay you 6% cashback on anything you spend on streaming services like Hulu, HBO, Netflix. There's a whole list, and I'm going to leave a detailed link below this video to the list of those streaming services and the supermarkets that qualify for this cashback offer. They also pay you a 3% cashback at US gas stations and a 3% cashback on anything you spend for taxis, ride sharing, parking, tolls, or trains. So there's a lot of other offers aside from that super high 6% cashback. But that's not all of it. They also give you 0% introductory APR for 12 months from the beginning of the card on any spending. So if you're in a situation, for example, when you're paying off some kind of other credit card or you're unable to transfer that balance, this credit card not only gives you that super high cashback, but it also allows you to, well, accumulate a balance over the first 12 months without having to pay any interest on the purchases. Hopefully, by that time, you're back on your feet and you can pay off the balance before those higher interests kick in. Now, this is the only card of the 3 we'll talk about today that has some kind of an annual fee. The annual fee for this card is $95, but that gets offset very quickly, not only by the cashback you're getting on every single dollar you spend, but American Express gives you a $250 statement credit after you spend $1,000 in the first 3 months. So if you know that you're going to spend $1,000 in the first 3 months, that $250 is a guaranteed, and that more than offsets that annual fee. So like I said, this card is pretty rare. It's quite rare to see a credit card that offers a 6% cashback on the type of regular spending we're all doing, because we all shop at supermarkets and we all have streaming services and we all buy gas. So these are really high cashback offers. Now the second card on the list is the Blue Cash Everyday from American Express. So they're both Blue Cash. The first one was Blue Cash Preferred, this one is the Blue Cash Everyday. So since they're both from American Express, let's kind of compare them here. Both of them are amazing for grocery spending. The first one was giving you 6% on anything you spend at US supermarkets. This one is giving you 3% cash back. The first card we talked about was giving you 3% on any spending at US gas stations. This one's only giving you 2%. On this card, on this Blue Cash Everyday, you don't have any cash back on anything you spend on your streaming services. And then you also get the 1% cash back on any purchases that you make. Now, the first one had an annual fee of $95. This one doesn't have any annual fee, which I love. I love credit cards that give me no annual fee benefits. Now, let's talk about the introductory APR. The first card was giving you 12 months of 0% APR on any spending you were making, so you could accumulate that balance if you needed to and not pay any interest for the first 12 months. This Blue Cash Everyday from Amex is giving you 15 months, so 3 months longer. Now, when it comes to the welcome bonus, the first card, which had the $95 annual fee, was giving you a $250 welcome bonus. This Blue Cash Everyday is only giving you $150 welcome bonus after you spend $1,000 in the first 3 months. So look, both of these cards are amazing for grocery spending. You get 6% in the first card, which had that annual fee, and a bigger welcome bonus. This second card doesn't have any annual fee, which personally, obviously, I love, but you only get 3%. When you multiply the perks and the benefits and you add them together, that first card, which had that $95 annual fee, ends up being a better deal in that first 12 months, right? You get that higher bonus, you're getting 6% as opposed to 3%, so that card is much better. And finally, the third card on the list is the Amazon Prime Rewards Visa Signature Card, which has a ton of perks if you shop at Amazon.com or buy stuff at Whole Foods, either online or in person. They offer you 5% cash back at Amazon.com, at Whole Foods markets, whether again it's in person or whether you have groceries delivered. They also give you 10% cash back at restaurants, gas stations and drugstores, and 1% on anything else. Now, there's no annual fee on this card, but they require that you become a Prime member at Amazon. So if you're not a Prime member at Amazon yet, I think it's an amazing perk that everybody should consider. It not only gives you really fast shipping on anything you order at Amazon, it gives you a ton of free content on TV, whether it's movies, series, or a lot of free music, magazines. There's just a lot of perks, and in fact, I'm going to leave a link below this video to an article that was published a couple months ago listing the 29 perks that Amazon Prime membership gives you. They also give you a welcome bonus of, it's $100, in fact, it's not $70 as we have here, but it's a $100 gift card. So that $100 gift card can in fact offset most of that Amazon Prime membership fee, which is $119. And finally, this card offers you the ability to transfer a balance onto this card, and the fee is 5% with a $5 minimum. Alright, so that's it for those 3 credit cards that really give you some amazing rewards on grocery spending and online spending. I think at this point, let's talk about a few more rules kind of when it comes to credit cards and how you should really behave when it comes to managing your finances and how you spend on credit cards. I think it's apparent right now that there are certain credit cards that really are useful for certain things and others that are used for other stuff. Like the travel cards, the travel perks and the hotel point collecting cards that we talked about in the beginning really don't make sense anymore for the next 6 to 12 months. So you might as well cancel those and then apply again in a year where you can take advantage of those introductory offers again. And instead use credit cards that really fit the way you're spending money right now. Let's talk about some of the rules also. I think it's important for people to understand that you should really never try to go above 50% of that available limit on any given card, and certainly never above 70%, because that really tells the lender that you are maybe in a tight financial situation and they will not extend your credit limit, for example, when you ask for it. So try to always pay back the balance and always keep it within a reasonable limit. People say it should be below 30%. So certainly never try never go above 50%, and certainly not above that 70% limit. Now, the 3 cards that we talked about today, they all have some kind of an APR. The first two had a 12 months and a 15-month introductory offer of 0 APR. The Amazon didn't have any offer like that, but the APRs kick in if you don't pay off your balances. So in the first two cases, after that year or year and 3 months, if you don't pay off the balance that you may have been carrying all this time, those high APRs kick in. So try to always avoid the situation where you would be paying those high APRs. So you either need to pay that balance off or try to transfer it and consolidate your credit cards to some other credit card that offers you a lower fee or a 0% introductory fee. So while talking about those transfer fees, this last one, the Amazon rewards card offered the ability to transfer a balance onto this card and with a 5% fee. So what this effectively means, if you're carrying a balance somewhere and you're paying that high 15% or 20 or 24% APR, and you qualify for this Amazon card or some other card that offers you the ability to transfer a balance, consider that 3% or 5% transfer fee as basically like a 3% or 5% loan, right? Because you will again get back to 0 APR. You'll have to pay that fee to transfer the balance, but then you're again for a year or a longer period on a 0 APR offer. So consolidating high APR balances from other credit cards onto something where you have a 0 introductory offer, at least for a year, is also very important to do instead of carrying those high balances and paying these high interest charges. And finally, if you are going to be canceling some of those travel perk or the hotel points cards that we talked about, don't cancel those cards before you apply for the new cards. It's important to understand that when you cancel and close a credit card with a lender, that really decreases the overall lending limit that you have as a credit, right? Your FICO score shows how much lending or borrowing capacity you have in terms of how many credit lines they all added together. So if you have a card where you have a decent limit, but you have that high fee and you don't want that card, you don't want to be paying that fee because it's useless right now, only cancel that card after you get approved for some other new card. Because again, closing and canceling a card will affect your credit score a little bit. You're going to lose a few points on that FICO score. All right, so that's it. Stay healthy, stay safe, be smart about your money and your credit cards, and I'll see you in the next video.